All right, big show tonight. We have a special guest. He is the man behind the ones and twos on ADP chasing. You might know him from his stuff over at ETR as well. It is, of course, Sam Sherman. We got the wheel packed with some fun prompts for tonight. And then at the very end, we also are going to have an announcement about the Randomizer season finale, which will be 2 weeks from today. I'm Pete. This is the Randomizer. Let's do it.
Kyle Pitts, can you do something for me? Can you score a couple of touchdowns for me?
Green was the color of the grass where I used to read at Centennial Park.
We're going tight end in the early round.
What?
Oh!
We have to resize.
Mom, okay, you don't say anything weird.
Welcome to the Randomizer. Pete, take it away.
All right, Sam Sherman, first appearance on the Randomizer wheel. And I think it's going to be a fun one tonight. I'm sure you've seen some of the prompts. Are you worried? Are you scared? Are you excited?
Yeah, well, 90% of the prompts had to do with Tee Higgins. So, normally for ADP chasing, I got to do research on a ton of different players. This show, it was just look up Tee Higgins stats. So I think I'm good to go. I'm ready for this.
Awesome. Chat telling me, do I have the wrong mic on? Yes. Thank you guys for keeping me. My mic has been giving me issues lately.
Now I cannot hear you, Pete. Still nothing. Nothing. Huh. Well,
How about now?
There we go.
Okay. Jesus. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're off to a rip-roaring start here. Yeah, it's funny because, the prompts, they all have a punishment, like draft this player. And sometimes I have to get creative because, every punishment is the same thing. And it's like, first ball is going to be gone by, round 4. There was also a lot of draft Devontae Parker. So I was like, what other random dusty Patriots wide receiver can I sub in? Luckily, there are lots of them to choose.
There's plenty. Yeah. There's I guess we lost Juju over the weekend, but there's still plenty of other ones out there.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. I did just drop in the Randomizer Discord. I dropped a link if you guys want to join us in this draft. I'm going to give the people in the Discord the first crack here, and then we will be off to the races. I can drop it in this chat as well. I was saying right before the show, Sam, I feel like every time you broadcast for ADP chasing, you're somewhere new. I know people were really enjoying the fine china behind you on some streams. You couldn't bust that out for them tonight?
I know. I hate to disappoint the people. I saw one was eat something off the china or draft Tee Higgins or something like that. I'm sorry to disappoint the people. I was staying at my grandma's place for a little bit. I was telling people before the show I'm kind of in between school and a move to Boston, so I'm bumming off my parents' place, my grandparents' place. But yeah, no fine china tonight. I'm sorry to disappoint the people.
It's a bummer there, but we will press on. I did just drop the link in the chat. It's a $3 draft. I always like to preface this. This isn't Best Ball Mania. We're not ruining contest integrity. It's not even one of the new puppies. This is just a $3 draft. And there's lots of EV because not only do we end up doing bits, but many people who hop in this draft end up doing bits. So come draft with us here. And I know you've been in a non-underdog friendly state. Has that made for a rough best ball summer?
It's been kind of a bummer. I've had to switch my action over to DraftKings, and I'm a huge cardio club drafter, so I like to do tons of my drafts while I'm walking, at the gym, and so on. And the DraftKings app just crashes continuously while you're doing that. You have to constantly kind of switch between apps to get it to refresh and all of this nonsense. So it's been a bit of a bummer. I am going to be back in an underdog state September 1st. So I'm hoping just to cram in a ton of action then. But yeah, definitely been less volume than I've gotten in the past couple of years, which is a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, I know. Are you doing any of the drive across the border and just mass enter kind of thing?
I did that a little bit. Yeah, I've gone to I'm in Maine now. So I've been to New Hampshire a couple times and did that, but I'm not a slow draft guy. I do 20 and 25 at a time, and that feels like a chore to me. And yeah, I just like the whole point of this thing is to have fun, right? And if I'm doing a ton of slow drafts, it's not fun for me. It feels more like a chore than something I enjoy. So haven't been doing the way like Gretsch and Crane and all those guys have like 100 slow drafts at a time. I just can't do that.
I gave that exact same spiel on Best Ball Breakfast on Monday. And I think I wrote about it too in my newsletter, where someone was like, do you get draft fatigue? And I'm like, no, because I'm not going to get to the point where I feel fatigue. Like once it stops being fun, I'm like, what's the fucking point?
Exactly. Yeah. And there's just something so different about the fast draft. Like I'm so locked into my team. Like I'm kind of telling a story with my team. I know what I'm trying to do, what type of stacks I'm trying to set up. With the slow drafts, like I pull up a team and I'm like, did I have like 3 auto picks in a row? Like what the hell is the point of this team? Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a pitch for the sidekick right there. Maybe I need to get that to help me out. But yeah, man, I think I'm just not a good slow drafter. So
yeah. The reorienting yourselves to where you are at in the room. Even like I've been tilting, like last week we were doing Swolecast and I hopped in the draft and I was the last person to fill the room. So I had to do 2 at the same time. In doing the show and doing 2 at the same time, I hated it. Like I like being enveloped in a single draft. Like that's what's enjoyable to me. You reminded me with the cardio club stuff, and I was actually bummed because I was hoping you might be around, knowing you were in the New England area. But I am going to host a live Underdog Cardio Club event that's going to be a week from Saturday. We're going to do it in Harvard Square. I have the details on my Twitter, and someone posted it in the Discord as well. We'll do a little run along the Charles River, and then a happy hour sponsored by Underdog, 3 to 5. So Sam, if you have a change of heart, you're still welcome to make it down.
Yeah, that sounds sweet. Yeah, I think that's literally like the week before I moved to Boston, so probably won't be around. But yeah, that sounds awesome. I know you did a draft or a cardio event was it New York last summer or 2 summers ago?
Yeah, we did.
Looked like I had a fun crew.
Studio.
Shut up for that. Yeah. I saw the picture. Maybe was Tyler there, or maybe that was a different photo, but yeah.
Tyler flew out for that, like at the last minute. I didn't even know Tyler super well at the time. And he's like, I think I'm going to fly out. Then the highlight for me was like Karain. Karain's just in the wake, of winning, his millions, and, he's out of shape. And I just got to dog on him for about 40 minutes as the instructor there at that class.
That's awesome. I love that.
What's your, I've actually done, because for a while I was like a big Stairmaster guy. Then I didn't have my gym membership. I bought my my bike that I was doing them on. But this summer I've started to do more running cardio clubs, and it's kind of warming up to me. Like what is your experience with cardio club runs?
Yeah, the runs are tough, and I did them actually when I was living in New Hampshire, because where I was, the service was really good, so I could confidently go for a run, not worry about like running into a dead zone. Where I am now, it's just riddled with landmines of dead service spots. So I'll go for a run and then just have like a 5-minute period where I can't like look at my team and just have to panic and wait until I get service again. So yeah, man, if you have a good service, I kind of have warmed up to it too, especially if you're like picking at the 1 or 12 spot. Like you can enjoy your run, turn the sound notifications on your phone or something, and just tune in for 2 picks and then run for another couple minutes, right? So it works pretty well.
Yeah, that was it was funny because I was in Colorado, and that's when I first started doing this summer some of the run ones, and my parents would have some spotty service. And so I was starting, not that you need to twist my arm to do a 0 RB draft, but I was like, I'm just going to hit every position. I'm going to get 2 elite quarterbacks, 2 elite tight ends in like my running or my wide receivers early. And then I'm just going to put every running back in the queue in case I like get timed out, that at least I still would like the team structurally.
Yeah, because that's the worst, right? When you get 2 quarterbacks in the first 4 rounds or something, you just feel like you have a completely dead team. So yeah, I like the run. I think my favorite, which I've done mostly recently for cardio club, is start with some kind of lift. Like I'll go to the gym and do chest and back, and as I'm sort of nearing the end of those sets, I'll start a draft while I'm still lifting, and then finish off the workout with like a 40-minute bike ride or something, or Stairmaster. So a little bit of lift, a little bit of cardio.
I like that.
Yeah, I like doing it that way.
All right, we are off to the races. Draft filled. We got the 1-6, which is a GTO spot for Randomizer. And our first prompt is here. That's Bear. There's going to be a lot of That's Fair references tonight. That's Bear. Sam must name the player he's lowest on this season relative to ADP and share his underdog slate exposure of that player before the next pick, or draft a Bear. Who is someone you have not even a 4% exposure blanket on here?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do I have a little bit of time to pull this up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, because of where I am in an underdog state, or a non-underdog state, only 68 teams on underdog right now, and I think I have 100 on DraftKings or something. I'll go with one that I think I've talked about before, Marvin Harrison.
Okay.
He's a player I'm really low on, and it's honestly like not because I think Marvin Harrison is bad or that he's in a bad situation or anything like that. Honestly, I think he's one of the best prospects at wide receiver we've seen in the last 10 years. I just think the crop of wide receivers in the second round, everyone says it's like a really, flat tier after the first 10 picks. But I think some of the profiles that you get there in the second round of wide receiver are like really exciting. You have Nico Collins, attached to CJ Stroud coming off a 3 yards per route run season. Like only, Julio Jones and Cooper Kupp and Tyreek Hill have basically done that in the last decade. You have Brandon Ayuk and, a similar thing, really high yards per route run, really efficient offense. You have, Deebo Samuel, again, on the 49ers. We just know they're going to score so many touchdowns, be so efficient. Chris Olave, Drake London, sort of year 3 breakouts in potentially new environments. I just think that group of wide receivers is really strong. And I think even a really good rookie season. And okay, I'm kind of running out the clock.
So first you got to give us your exposure, and then you get to pick what's your percentage.
I'm only at 1%, so I think I'm
okay. All right, you're putting your money or not putting your money. There. Who do you want with this first?
Let's go Amon-Ra.
Okay, we'll grab Amon-Ra here. Chat, as I always say, I appreciated the extra time on that one as we were getting underway. Now you guys can keep up the pace here, hold our feet to the fire on these next picks. I'm kind of with you on Marvin Harrison. I'm not that low as far as my exposure, but he, when I start to think about, like, I just did a puppy draft this afternoon, and I was like, I took Drake London and Jonathan Taylor. Like, when I think of like, I want to just like pull somebody up there to the 1-2 turn, like it's always at the expense of Marvin Harrison, or I'm like, I'll get these different combos. Like, I never feel like, oh fuck, I didn't get my Marvin Harrison share.
Yeah. I feel the same way. And it's like, if I think it's a really flat tier, then getting that uniqueness there rather than just taking the ADP chalk, which I don't think projects that much better, makes some sense.
All right. Do we have another exposure prompt here? Yeah, we're getting back-to-back exposure. Northern exposure blanket. Sam shares a player who he currently has around 4% exposure, but wants to be heavier for weathering cool fall days, or drafted NFC North player. Is there a guy you trying to go from underweight to maybe closer to even with the field on?
Yeah, there definitely is. Looking at the exposures here. Again, these are funny to look at because I haven't really drafted on underdog in like a month at this point. So it's like
they're all distorted. Yeah.
Yeah. They're so distorted from what I actually feel like now. But yeah, Deontay Johnson, I have him at 4%. He's a guy that I'm sure if I looked at my DraftKings, I'd have more on. He's a guy I'm just warming to with Leggett really having a slow start. I was kind of playing it through Leggett early on, thinking he was kind of a cheaper way to get upside there. But man, these rookies that start the season injured, we've just seen it so many times where it's really tough for them to have a successful rookie season. And Leggett was already kind of a questionable prospect in some ways. So Deontay is probably my answer there.
Is he cheaper on DraftKings than he is on Underdog, or is it comparable? I wasn't sure if the full point PPR offset it.
Yeah, he is a little cheaper. I mean, kind of all wide receivers are. I don't think he's like cheaper positionally, but he's a little cheaper.
All right, you get to make your pick. You started him on Raw. It's a wall of wide receivers down to Barkley, Henry, Pacheco.
Probably do. Let's do Nico Collins. He's a brand player for me this year. So,
all right. You know what? That's impressive. I think you need to put that out there a little more because I feel like your brand is only associated with players you don't like. So when you do really like a player, you need to really lead into it because people are going to pay attention. They're going to be like, holy fuck, Sam likes this guy?
Yeah, it seems like I get made fun of in the ETR Slack because seemingly the only positive things I tweet out are like bottom of the barrel, like 18th round picks that I find screenshots on of the Athletic, like Jalen Naylor and Tyrell Shaver. So I do like good players too.
All right, here we go. Sunday supper. Sam stops teasing and gets something to eat on Grandma's China, or drafts not afraid to eat in public. Quarterback Will Levis or Jameis Winston. Can you procure some China here for us?
I'll see what I can find.
Okay, here we go. And yes, as Tyler was saying here, feel free to move it. You know, I want to feel when I get too comfortable as the host. That's when I think I know we're in trouble. It's when I'm accidentally auto timing out, when you guys are saying I owe you a penalty shot, when I'm frantically trying to get the guests to wrap up their, note to get the pick in. That's when this show is at its best. So I think we've swung too far in the direction of everybody taking their time. And I think we need to go and make us feel a little bit more rushed. So I appreciate you guys here. Because now I'm starting to get panicked. See, I just said that, and this is good. This is good. Sam, get the fuck back here with this China, man.
All right, I found some China. It's not my grandma's China. I'm no longer longer in my grandparents' house. But
that's some Dutch China right there.
Yeah. Some Delphi
right.
Maybe.
What are you gonna eat off of this?
I got a little cookie from local bakery called Scratch Bakery in South Portland. Little plug for them. But yeah, little almond cookie.
I love to see it there, taking advantage of that China. Every once, it's so funny. Like we have like this nice wedding China, and like we never use it. And then like my parents were out, and we were having like a pretty casual meal. I swear it was like burgers or something. And Lauren like gets out the China. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like we never use it. Like let's at least use the China this one time. I was like, for hamburgers on a Wednesday night. Anyways, she's gonna be pissed at me. I'm sure I bastardized that, and we had like steak or something. Whatever. We're on the clock here. Ayuk, Devontae, Metcalf, DJ Moore, Pacheco's the only running back in sight. What do you want?
Probably just go with Ayuk.
Yeah.
I'm not. I think he's coming back to San Francisco at this point. I mean, who really knows? It's been all over the place in the reporting there, but my thought is like you don't even lose that. If say he goes to the Steelers, which I admit is like kind of nightmare scenario for fantasy production for him. He's still like a 4th round pick. Like, yeah, it doesn't seem like that bad of a loss to eat if he does end up going there.
I'm with you. I think the nightmare scenario for that is the Pickens value really gets shattered.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like the Ayuk ADP has been so weird because I remember even at the beginning of the summer, right? Like there were times when people would take him at the 1-2 turn, and I was like, "Are you hoping for a trade? Are you hoping he stays?" Like I could never tell what people wanted, and then these trade rumors, and now it's like he's cheap again. So I'm like, clearly people were thinking he was going to stay. I don't know.
Yeah, there is a bit going on out of the 5-hole there. All Samuels. It looks like we'll get.
Yes. Let's see here. I think it was KZ last week did all Tylers for Tyler, and now we have a Deebo Samuel, Sam Laporta, Curtis Samuel. Now I'm curious, like what is he even working
what's
with
next?
Here? P. Ryan, Darnold, Howell.
Samaje P. Ryan is a stretch. Yeah, it's gonna get good.
All right, here we go. High T. In his best wrestling heel impersonation, Sam must argue why Tee Higgins deserves a shot at the wide receiver 1 title belt in Cincinnati this season, or draft a low Tee Higgins, Rashard Higgins. Can you cut us a promo here of why Tee Higgins is the alpha in Cincinnati?
Yeah. Tee Higgins, all the spreadsheet nerds look at his yards per route run last year. They don't realize he's just out there gritting through injuries. He's playing a decoy role. He's actually the alpha wide receiver in Cincinnati this year. He's out practicing Jamar Chase. He's holding out for more money. He's not dedicated to the team. Tee Higgins is going to be the clear alpha in Cincinnati. Book it.
What are the odds that this gets posted on Twitter and you have to claim that it's a deep fake?
It's pretty high.
Well, this is the best of both worlds for you because you got to, lie through your teeth during that promo, and Tee Higgins goes 1 pick before you. You don't have to take Rashard Higgins here. What would you like?
Let's see. Trying to remember what we have going here. Probably one of the tight ends. Go with Kelsey.
Kelsey,
Yeah.
come on down here. You see, yeah, can Sam get angry? MDS,
I tried my
has
best.
really. I mean, what do you guys want? Him to rip off his shirt and start beating his chest? I mean, I can only do so much here.
Yeah. I tried to break out of my monotone voice as best I can, but it's tough for me to get there. You have to really get me fired up.
Well, these days, I feel like some of the wrestling personalities are a little more creative. Like, think of one called The Monotone, and that's just like his moniker. And there you go. That's your wheelhouse. All right. We got Matthew does have Sam Darnold here. Don't snipe him on the Sams, guys. Let him cook there. All right. We're spinning for the 5th round. We've picked up our pace. We are ready to get this moving. Ooh, here's an ETR inside reference. Call me KB. Sam must recount how he was hired in his current role at ETR or draft a Taylor. This is, of course, in honor of CEO Taylor KB over there at ETR.
Yeah. I wish there was like a cooler story to how this happened. They basically just they posted that job description on Twitter. I don't know, in August or July of last year.
Yeah.
And I applied for it, had an interview with Taylor, Adam, and Steve. I forget who the third person was at this point. But anyways, had an interview, talked with them. And yeah, it was basically that they just wanted someone to be Leone and Dink's waiver wire bitch, I think, is the main reason they hired for that job. And I fit the criteria there. But yeah, no crazy story on that one.
Are you going to be doing that again this year?
No, I'm actually I'm going to be writing a different article for them. It's going to be nice. Yeah. Haven't really settled on the name, but the working title of it right now is Breakout or Fake Out. And like basically the idea is it's going to be looking at like 3 to 5 of the kind of unexpected box score results from the prior week. So think of Puka Nacua week 1 last year, maybe Tank Dell week 5 last year, whenever his breakout happened, and really going deep both in sort of the analytics and film on those breakout performances to be like, hey, is this going to be repeatable throughout the rest of the season? Is this kind of a 1 week flash in the pan? I don't know, think like Will Levis's 4 touchdown game, his first start last week, right? Like, a lot of that was kind of fluke deep ball passing. So that's the idea, is like really kind of instead of a macro analysis, really like a micro analysis on 3 to 5 situations each week to, kind of give actionable recommendations for DFS and redraft, etc.
Yeah, that's a cool concept. Yeah, because it is much different than like the buy low, column stuff that Leone does. I like that. Looking forward to that. We are on the clock here by ADP. We got ETN falling 12 picks, Pickens, Kirk, Jacobs, Kincaid.
Yeah, I like ETN.
Yeah.
He's kind of just like it's funny, these guys that we love their breakout upside and then they're just like good but not great, and then they seem to get discounted for that when I'm not sure that ETN doesn't still have breakout upside. I mean, obviously I think he does deserve like a little bit of doc versus last year, but his like missed tackled force stuff was really strong last year. But yeah, I kind of get why people are a little bit lower.
It's funny too, because a guy like him, I think sometimes, if people get bored with a player and they're like, okay, I couldn't envision him being a round 1 pick next year, and it's just like a little boring. Maybe he pays off his cost, but I could envision Travis Etienne being a round 1 pick next year. Like, that doesn't seem crazy to me. He kind of does what he did this past year, but has a little bit more receptions. The offense is a little better, and it's like he runs a little hotter on touchdowns, and it's like, boom, we're thinking of him like a 1-2 turn pick. That doesn't seem crazy to me.
No, it doesn't to me either. And the Jaguars offense, has really tailed off in the second half of last year. He started off really hot when the Jags offense was cooking. So yeah, maybe Brian Thomas and Gabe Davis are just like better fits to unlock the rest of the offense than Ridley and Zay Jones were, which I think is totally believable. Yeah.
Okay, real quick here to set this up. Do you have a pickleball racket?
I have a pickleball racket, I think.
Okay, yeah. Come here and I'll show you the source material here that we're referencing.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
I got to get this pulled up here. So those of you who have been watching the randomizer shows this year are familiar with this moment from Kitchen. Let me see if I can get it up here.
Okay. I got some
All right.
All right, I got one. Do I need a ball?
Yes. Do you have a ball?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you've seen this GIF. I'm going to show you the quick 7-second clip.
Okay.
Here. So Kitchen was trying to get to 20. You don't have to get to 20. You just have to do 3. And he goes for the spin move, but fails. Hang on. Let me get you full screen here first, just so we can see you recreate this. Hang on. Nope, not me. This is you. Okay. All right.
So
we're
do a
good
couple
now.
and then try to spin.
Spin and land it. Yes.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Oh, no, wait.
Yeah, you need
more again. I couldn't get around.
You did. I mean, recreating it was failing because that's what Kitchen did. So you passed with flying colors in that regard.
Was the fall? Was that legitimate fall, or did he kind of sell that?
No, that was legitimate. I'll show it again after we make this pick. Let's see here. Worthy, Godwin, Mixon, Rashad White, Kittle, Deontay, Rome.
Let's do Worthy. Continue. Kansas City. We still got Stroud there probably for a stack later.
Yeah. You're cooking. You got ETN. This looks like a team I would have just be drafting and be very excited about it. Amon-Ra, Nico, Ayuk, Worthy, and Kelsey here at tight end.
Love it.
Here's the Kitchen pickleball bounce. He's like in a groove with it.
Yeah, a lot of shoulder. Oh, yeah, that was not an intentional fall.
But my favorite thing about this, Sam, and we'll see how gifable yours is, but I did upload it to like the Giphy providers so that when you do search Soccer Dave now, this is one that defaults to coming up if you want to tweet it out as the GIF form. So
it's a good reply to one of Soccer Dave's tweets that has 4 likes after 2 hours for sure.
Exactly. Except that it boosts it in the algorithm and you're doing him a favor. Wow. Historical Anomaly saying his neighbor broke his hip playing pickleball. Don't you have a story? Didn't you meet up with Corain in Brooklyn and play pickleball once?
We did, yeah. I've met Corain twice in real life. Once was in a brewery in Brooklyn. The second time played pickleball with him and Brittany, his partner, and a couple of their friends. So that was a lot of fun. It was a really cool court in Brooklyn. It was like overlooking Manhattan up on a hill. It was a very fun afternoon.
Yeah, before Corain left everyone for the West Coast, back when he was a man of the people. Yeah. All right, here we go. Practice makes perfect. Sam must say the phrase, "That's fair," 30 times in the next 30 seconds. I'm going to have to get a stopwatch here. Easy. Or draft a player 30 spots past ADP. This comes from our friend Irish Johnny. Let me get a timer here. The chat can help me count as well. Are you ready here, Sam, to do this?
Yeah, give me a countdown.
Yeah, I'll give you a countdown here in 3, 2, 1.
That's fair. 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 Let's 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 fair. That's 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 fair.
I think you got 30. You got 30. Dude, did you have happening? Do you know that thing when you say the same word or phrase and it starts to like get distorted? I thought you were saying "let's fair" for a second there in my head of how like weird it got.
It wasn't even like a word at some point. It just kind of slipped into just
see everyone garbage. Else heard "let's fair" too.
Let's flare, yeah.
It is. If for some reason you guys don't know the reference, that's from ADP Chase. Actually, let's make this pick as Samson Nakua comes off the board here. Do you want to get CJ Stroud for that?
Let's do Stroud. Yeah, that seems fun. Yeah, I've been trying so hard this season of ADP chasing, if you want to call it that, to not say "that's fair," but I'm not sure it's just led to much more like awkward silence and pauses because it was just my way of continuing the conversation. So
it's so fun. It's one of those terms now where anytime it's said on any podcast, it just like immediately registers because you're right. It's just filler. No one was conscious of it until it was highlighted. And now I can't stop here. I was listening to Gretchen Sean, and Gretchen unironically said "that's fair" to Sean, and I'm just like dying laughing to myself anytime I hear it on a podcast now.
I know you can't unhear it once you hear it. Honestly, I think I used it in the past of like when Crane or Davis was on some kind of rant, and I'm trying to host the show. I'm trying to move on to the next topic. I'm sometimes not always listening to what they're saying. So it's just my way of like, if I've zoned out for a bit and I'm trying to move on to the next topic, it's just like, all right, that's fair. Now moving on. But yeah.
I had my moment that should have been that's fair. We on Lulz today, we had an author on of this sports betting book, and him and Brian were arguing. And I think I wanted to say like that's fair to move on. And what I actually just said was even more like truthful. And I was like, we're not getting anywhere with this. Let's change the topic. And I was like, I would just literally say what's happening right now, and we could move on.
Yeah, maybe it brings out more honesty, forcing yourself not to say it. So that could be
It is funny, those verbal crutches we all have. It's nice to realize them and force you away from them.
Yeah, it's funny.
All right, here we go. Sam's cooking here on this team, so we got to get him. I want to be like Mike. Sam must do his best Mike Leone impression in the infamous Leone Herzig Golf Club golf photo before the next pick, including costume change or draft a Mike. I will show this photo here, right, Sam. Sam's going to go get it. So this photo still is absolutely incredible because every time I pull it up, I swear to God, it's Photoshop. And this is just the most unflattering angle of all time. Like Leone isn't even that short. Everything about this is just so unflattering and unfortunate for Leone. He looks small. He looks elfish. I don't know what happened in this photo, but it's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to Mike Leone on the internet. And now I can't wait to see what Sam comes up with. Sam did have, I think there's also a reference. Sam was, he had posted a photo from the gym where he was wearing, okay, yes, he was wearing this polo at the gym, which I think kind of inspired this. Oh my goodness, is this your Tiger Woods outfit?
This is my Tiger Woods outfit. Sunday red. I can't get everything in frame, but this is all I could find at home right now.
Look at that.
Yeah,
That's
I wish I had.
good.
I need someone like 6 inches taller standing next to me to do the Leone impersonation, I think. But
yeah,
I'll
allow it. Yeah, and can you give kind of like here? Let me show you Leone's face. Here, it's kind of like you gotta pretend you're like a little. Yeah, get a hat maybe. You have a hat?
Yeah, I need a hat.
Oh no, what is he? Let's see if he gets this in time because I'm gonna have to put a Mike in the queue. I have to put Mike Williams in the queue until if he doesn't come back quick enough. Oh, you're back. Okay, there you go. Hit the pose and then which pick do you want? Aaron Jones, Ramondre, Najee, Jake Ferguson, Addison, Zamir White.
Ramondre or Aaron Jones.
All right, Aaron Jones, come on down. Boom. All right, you're good. In the nick of time. In the nick of time. Yeah, what's the story behind this one?
Okay, the story behind this one is I hadn't done laundry in 2 weeks, and this is like an athletic Under Armour golf polo. So it looks stupid, obviously, if you're in the gym, but I was in like my grandma's like kind of retirement home gym at the time, so I wasn't too worried about what I was going to look like.
Yeah.
And I guess I shouldn't have posted it to Twitter because I got roasted. But
well, do you know what's funny about the outfit is it's like it falls in that tweener area. It's just kind of off enough that it has kind of, what did they used to call it? Like Seinfeld core, like what, when people in Brooklyn were starting to, just wear like the stonewashed jeans and the white tennies and stuff. Like it kind of looks like you were going for that, but it clearly is more accidental.
It's like, these are my running shorts, which I only really wear from running, not when I'm going to the gym, and then a golf shirt. So it's just but it's like I think it's because like the shoes and the shirt match like just enough that it looks like I was trying to pull off a fit. And
I mean, those are some, people will, what are those 7-inch shorts that we're working with there?
Oh yeah. Those are pretty high.
All right, let's spin here. You haven't even had to make a punishment pick yet. We're going to have to stump you one of these days. Here we go.
Oh God.
Pirate ship chasing. Pete and Sam must talk about his next pick in a pirate voice or draft a buccaneer here. So this is an interesting spot. It's a 102 turn, Sam.
Yes,
now I feel like
it's going to be a real challenge, Pete.
Is there anyone who deserves the hook here at the 9-6?
Well, structurally, we have a lot of flexibility here, so that's a bonus.
I would go so far as to call it a luxury pick.
Well, Jonathan Brooks has my eye right now as a potential target.
Oh, I love me some back-weighted production from my running backs.
Ooh, it's exactly what you need in this type of format. Arr.
Yes, it's a 12-person league where
I
we
really
have
hope-
20 suckers on the line.
Oh. I really hope people pick these picks as slow as possible because I love doing this accent.
Oh, I love a good slow draft on the high seas. Nothing to help my motion sickness like swiping right on a Jonathan Brooks.
Okay.
Jonathan Brooks, we got some.
No!
Oh, gosh, what do you want, old Sean?
Shall we grab that scallywag, Cortland Sutton?
Oh, Cortland Sutton, the only Broncos wide receiver Sean Payton trusts.
Okay.
Phew, that's all I had.
That was hard. That was hard.
That was tough.
I did my classic of mashing up 8 different impersonations. Is Pete a pirate or Popeye here?
Yeah.
The Irish pirate. Yes. Incredible stuff. Listen. Okay. Here's Sam's team here. CJ Stroud, Travis Etienne, Aaron Jones, Amon-Ra, Nico, Brandon Ayuk, Xavier Worthy, Cortland Sutton, Travis Kelce. Does this look like a team you would maybe build if you were just randomly in a draft on a Thursday night?
It doesn't look like a team I wouldn't build. I have so many. I think like the Stroud thing is funny that like I think that's the quarterback that all the sharp people and the people that do projections are like, yeah, CJ Stroud's a little overvalued this year. And I totally get it. But I just take so many of his wide receivers that I end up with a lot of him. And like, I don't know. I'm not consciously going out in drafts and being like, oh, I want to be at 15% CJ Stroud, but I do have a lot of them this year. I think the ceiling's really good. So yeah, I like this team.
I love when it just lines up so well. Like you have Nico early second or Tank and Diggs late third. And like you can get Stroud to fall to like 80, like a lot of time. And I'm just like that. I love that click on the stack there. All right. Under oath, Pete, I'm the prosecution, put you on the witness stand and ask whether you like JSN at cost. And the jury, which is our chat, is going to decide whether you are innocent or guilty, whether you're telling the truth or not. If you're convicted, you will have to select Jake Bobo. If you're telling the truth, you will get to select whoever you want. So I'm going to go full screen to you here, and I'm going to ask you the question. Mr. Sherman, at his current ADP, and let me look this up just so I have it. So I'm looking up Sherman. No, Njigba. At his current ADP of 75.5, do you think Jaxon Smith-Njigba is a good pick?
I think he's a perfectly fine pick.
Anything else you would like to say to the jury on this matter? Or are you worried that you might threaten your innocence by speaking further?
At great risk to my personal brand of being a JSN hater, I do think there's enough positive signals going his way in year 2 that I'm willing to put my biases aside, my previous tweets aside, my persona in the Discord aside, and draft a clean 8.5% of JSN.
Okay. I personally bought it. Like, I actually do think that you're okay drafting JSN, but the chat who our jury here says guilty. And I'm sorry, this beautiful team you've been drafting. Yeah. I'm sure you have a PowerPoint somewhere showing that Jake Bobo had a better rookie year than JSN.
Jake Bobo, I mean, yeah, we can all admit that Jake Bobo is better than JSN, right? I mean, come on.
Go to appeal. There you go. Hey, he's in jail. He's in Jake Bobo jail right now.
Jake Bobo, the year 2 breakout that no one's talking about.
I mean, Jake Bobo did have a few moments where he flashed. And I feel like I get all my Jake Bobo news from Field Yates. For some reason, Field Yates is obsessed with Jake Bobo. Have you noticed that?
I love that. No, I haven't noticed that. Okay, quick poll for you, Pete, or for the chat. Who had a higher yards per route run in year 1, JSN or Jake Bobo?
It has to be Jake Bobo because JSN was like bottom of the league.
It's actually extremely, extremely close. You have to go to the third decimal point, but JSN's is very marginally higher. It's 1.3 1.313 to 1.310. Is that even real? That's insane.
How have you not tweeted that one out yet? Just show the screenshots of
know.
which wide receivers are these on Seattle?
Mystery wide receiver comparison. Year 2 plays for Seattle. 1.3 yards per route run. That's a good one.
That's what you have to tweet out once I tweet out the clip of you saying you like JSN. Then you have to quote retweet it with that stat. All right, we got some more Tee Higgins here. We couldn't keep all the Tee Higgins prompts out. The ultimate Tee Higgins FUD. Sam names a wide receiver priced wide receiver 70 or later who had a 2023 yards per route run higher than Tee Higgins, or select Devontae Parker. It looks like you have the yards per route run up right now anyway, so you might be good to go on this one.
Yeah, no, I'm not cheating for this one. Not looking at the yards per route run. I do think Tee Higgins was at like 1.6 last year. So if I just have to beat that, I would guess Khalif Raymond has to be wide receiver 70 or higher, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Khalif Raymond was he was weirdly at like 2 or something last year. So I can confirm that in my spreadsheet.
Yeah, go check it. Yeah, Khalif Raymond was one of those funny. Wasn't he like top 20 in open score too?
Yeah, he just had like he's actually kind of sneaky, been like kind of good his whole career. Like he's like a career 1.7 yards per route run guy. Yeah, he was at 2.1 last year on, okay, it wasn't that many routes. It was 240 routes, but that's not nothing. And then 1.9 the year before on 320 routes. So he's like a very efficient rotational player.
All right, 6 seconds. Who do you want to pick here? You want a running back? You probably need a running back.
Give me Char. Singletary's good. Yeah, sorry, didn't have time to look.
No, you're good. I know you just once you start dreaming about how bad Tee Higgins was.
Yeah, it's easy to get lost.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I was kind of into drafting Khalif Raymond, and then you've been posting stuff about it too. But it's like he might not even win that third wide receiver job.
Yeah, my read on it is I think they kind of view him, and it's if you look at what he's done the past couple of years, I think they kind of view him as just like a rotational guy whose routes are going to be capped. Because if you think about it, a 3 wide receiver set of Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Khalif Raymond is a really small 3 wide receiver set. And with all the running game stuff that Ben Johnson likes to do, I just don't think, with wide receiver blocking, it really makes sense. So I think they're going to have one of these bigger guys out there just as like a sacrificial X wide receiver. And Khalif Raymond will still come in for a lot of plays, but I don't think he's going to be like a 70-80% guy. I just think they don't really view him as like a starting X, which is what they're looking for.
Yeah. I want to check in on our friend Matthew here with the Sam. So we go Deebo Samuel, Sam Laporta, Curtis Samuel, Sam Darnold, Samaje Perine, Sam Howell, Samson Nakua, Drew Sample, Sam Hartman, Sam Ellinger, and Sammy Watkins.
Oh my God. These are remember some guys. Wow. Sam Ellinger, all-time blow your Superflex fab guy a couple years ago when he got the starting job.
Oh God, I remember that.
Yeah. That was brutal.
That is the one thing you realize, like, you play Superflex, and I always remember this too from like Scott Fishbowl stuff. And you always think like, I'm so screwed if I'm like boxed out at quarterback. And there are every single year, like pretty much every other week, there's a Sam Ellinger that's like available to start on like a pitch.
I know. That's the downside of Superflex. Like it's fun that the quarterbacks matter more, but then like when these absolute garbage quarterbacks start to matter, it's just like, what are we doing? Like Jaron Hall, I'm blowing 30% of my fab on.
All right, we got you going deep into the prop closet today. Brown's not Brown. Sam must wear a brown shirt or jacket while besmirching the good name of Chase Brown or draft Chase Brown, although Chase Brown's gone, I assume. Yeah.
Let's see what I got.
We're getting lots of good costume changes here. Oh man, he's on the clock here. I'm gonna have to. Do we have any other Browns on here? Oh no, I might have to give him Jerry Jeudy if he doesn't come back soon enough. If he doesn't come back with something, what's he gonna want otherwise? Probably Jared Goff if he can get this in time. I think we're gonna have to give him a Brown. Wow, Sam, was Jerry Jeudy not enough of a punishment? I guess I don't know where he stands on Jerry Jeudy.
I couldn't even really find. This is like an orange T-shirt, burnt. I don't know. I don't know if it'll work. Anyways,
I did time you out on a Brown as part of the prompt, Jerry Judy. Chase Brown was gone. I should have given you a worse penalty, but I'll still let you give your Chase Brown FUD here to the crowd.
Oh yeah, Chase Brown. Honestly, my honest take is he's a pretty good pick. But if I want to give the FUD, he basically had one good play last year, and every single one of his preseason carries last week, he had massive gaping holes for the middle of the offensive line, bounced it outside, and got tackled for losses. So that's not what you want to see when kind of like old, reliable Zach Moss is your competition who's probably going to make those plays and make the coaches happy. So yeah, but my honest take is like I like both the Bengals pick. I definitely don't think Chase Brown's like a bad pick.
Yes. I'm with you there. That's Flair. Man, we are getting you going with it. I didn't realize how many prompts there were, even though I was putting them on the wheel. Like the Office Space scene, Sam must retrieve and wear 5 accessories: a hat, sunglasses, pins. These can be any accessories before the next pick, or select Jawan Jennings Aniston.
All right.
Jennifer Jawan Jennings Aniston. Let's see here. Wow. Okay. The Sams are getting more and more wild. Never heard of this guy in my life. Sam Wigglers? Who is this guy? Man, I got the hiccups. Oh my God. This is a player. This is an NFL player. Did anyone in the chat know this guy? 3 days ago, we have Rams quarterback Stetson Bennett fires a 16-yard pass to Sam Wigglers. What if we're wrong? What if it's not Jordan Whittington? What if it's this dude? How is this guy an NFL athlete? This guy looks like someone Davis tricks to come on his YouTube stream. There's no way. I thought you should have remembered my shock and awe when I saw Dylan Laube for the first time. This is that on another level. Is this guy 5'10"? Do you see this player? This Sam? Okay, sorry.
Oh, who is this? Sam?
So I was like, who did Matthew just draft? Sam Wigglers? Look at this dude. Do you believe this guy's an NFL athlete? This looks like a guy you'd play pickleball with.
Yeah, this guy. I think I played this guy in my local pickleball league. Is he on what team is he on?
He's on the Rams.
Wow. Is this year's Puka Nacua?
That's what I think. I think it's this year's Puka Nacua.
All right. Here's what I got for accessories. I got a hat.
Okay, we got one.
I got a headlamp from a recent camping trip. I think that counts.
Yeah, that counts too.
Sunglasses.
3.
Got this gold chain.
4.
4, and this definitely my bag, definitely not my girlfriend's bag that I just grabbed around the shoulder. So
what you do look like a whipped up wife guy, like you're out carried her bag around for her while she shops, just followed her around.
Yeah, that's the vibe I was going for.
All right, you get to pick whoever you want. You don't have to take Jawan Jennings Aniston here for that's Flair. I did time you out in that previous one on Jerry Judy. You could get the Jared Goff stack here, pretty well past ADP. There's some running backs available as well.
Yeah, let's do Goff. Why not?
Yeah, Goff stacked up with Amon-Ra, so now you got Stroud to Nico and Goff to Amon-Ra, your top 2 wide receiver picks stacked up. You still got Kelsey at tight end, at 3 running backs, Etienne, Aaron Jones, Singletary. But otherwise, other than the Bobo, pretty solid
Bobo.
team.
I mean, Bobo, he's got multiple outs to contingent upside is what people keep saying about him. Just like Jalen Wright.
That's right. All right, here. I love the get up here, showing lots of range. Who's in your house today? Who's witnessing all this? Are you with your girlfriend, your family?
Yeah, girlfriend and family. Both my brothers.
Okay. Yes. So we continue our week. Every single week we have to troll Rudman on the show. This week,
God.
Sam must tweet at the Nick Rudman with the Jim Polo photo in the message. You could look like this if you stop skipping leg day, or draft Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let me get the photo going.
Yeah, get the photo here. It started out, I forget who did it the first time, and now we just have to have one Rudman troll. And we have a nice combative relationship. The Deposit Kingdom picks on him.
I love that. Rudman and I have gone back and forth about Patriot stuff on Twitter, so this will be a good addition to to some beef there. What is the exact words of the tweet?
Yeah, I can also paste them in here, so you have it. It's you could look like this if you stopped skipping leg day.
Okay, I'll tag him in it, obviously.
Yeah, it can be a mention here. It makes his day getting trolled by the Deposit Kingdom. Yes, Sam's going spelunking and Nick Rudman's mentions, and we're not sure if he's going to come out alive.
No, I got to stay out of New York City after this tweet, I think.
Well, I think he's Miami, or is he just visiting? He might be visiting New York lately.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought he was a New York guy. Miami makes sense too.
Yeah, I think he was there for a while when Underdog, their offices were there, and I think he relocated at some point to Miami. All right. You got to get this tweet off. Okay, we'll pull up this tweet. We'll let you pick here first. I assume you're good at quarterback. Running back's probably your biggest need here. Chubb, Algier, Dobbins, Lloyd, Algier.
Yeah. What do we need for this team? Maybe more contingent upside. Algier. I like Algier.
All right, let's do Algier here as your fourth running back, and let's go check out this tweet.
It's such a it's just believable enough because I'm wearing really short shorts, like I'm trying to show off my legs. So that's great. I love that.
Yeah, Neil had one where Neil was we learned this just incredibly chiseled runner in high school. So he tweeted out this old photo and said, "This is what leg dick looks like." I think this might be my favorite one yet, though. Here,
Scott, like this. I look so serious. I don't know why I look so serious in the photo too. God.
Well, it's kind of impossible to take. I guess. I
don't
know.
I
guess
take
with
a good gym selfie. At least I haven't figured out how to take a good one. Rudman probably has, but
I think it's because the people who do take good gym selfies have done literally hundreds of them and they've perfected it. And those of us who don't do it regularly, we feel all awkward when we do it.
I know.
All right. So let's see here. We are in round 15. So we have 4 more prompts, 4 more picks, and then we're going to have the announcement here at the end of the show for the randomizer season finale. And let's see what we got up here next for Sam. Stat with an exclamation point chasing. Sam and Pete discuss the next pick like 2 ER surgeons treating a patient, making liberal use of words like stat and other stat or ADP chasing words like flatline, rising, falling, or draft a dead-legged RV. I guess I'll put Jarek McKinnon in the queue. Here, okay. Beep, beep, beep. Sam, this lineup might need a tight end. Are you worried about the tight end?
Yeah.
Flatlining here.
Beep, beep, beep. Yeah. Beep. Ben Sinnott's showing a lot of activity.
We're losing the lineup. Travis Kelce needs to be resuscitated. This lineup needs to be resuscitated at tight end. Can I get 50 cc's of a late season breakout at tight end? Stat, Samuel, stat.
Sinnott or Fant.
Hand me the scalpel. What are we doing? How are we fixing this? Give me the scalpel. Sinnott, Fant. These are 2 different.
We're losing them. We're losing them. Give him Fant. Give him the Sinnott. Give him the Sinnott.
We're giving him the Senate. Give him the Senate. Okay, we got the heartbeat. We got the heartbeat back.
Wow.
This team, it has a pulse again.
That was a rush.
And Senate. ER there on full display. Ben Sinnott, are you drafting him?
Yeah, I'm drafting him now. I think the preseason stuff looked pretty good. Like the usage wasn't great, but he looked pretty good when he was out there. And yeah, I was like against him when he had climbed above Hunter Henry and Fant and Musgrave. Like there was that period of rookie craziness where he really shot up. But now that he's in this range, I think he's a pretty good pick. Also, the Dotson stuff, I don't know if you've been following that, but it seems like they do not have a lot of faith in him. There's clips of him practicing like holding field goal kicks in warmups. Like that doesn't seem great for his standing on the roster. So
Rudman has responded. This is targeted harassment. I hate you.
Oh, that's incredible.
Man. Okay, let's see here. Let's spin again. Oh yeah, one of these days Rudman's gonna stuff us all in a locker. This is he was the one bullying us in high school, and now we get to bully back on the internet.
Yeah.
All right, that's a stare.
Oh my
Sam
God.
does his best Fred Astaire dance impression until the next pick. Or drafts Mike Gesicki here. Should we see a little Fred
Yeah,
Astaire?
I'm gonna need to see something.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see here.
I'm not
Fred
cultured
Astaire.
enough to fully understand the reference, to be honest.
Okay, here we go. 10 iconic Fred Astaire dances here. Speaking of, now I'm getting
You tweet at Rudman. You look at Rudman's profile picture once, and oh God.
Okay. Yeah, so we got like a little old timey dance here. Oh, okay. Yep, by the water.
Like this is why the camera's not good.
Yeah. Hang on, let's see if we can get another inspiration here. Ooh, yeah, this one.
You can't see what I'm doing with my feet right now, but it's really good.
That's gonna be a GIF. Yeah, that's gonna be a GIF here. Let's jump ahead. See if we get. Oh
Yeah,
wow,
see.
can you dance on your ceiling? That's tough. Ooh, I like that. A little touching. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm nailing this one for sure.
Let's see how much longer you have to dance. You got 2 more picks here.
Oh, great.
Let's find you another move here. Okay, a little slow dance move here.
It's hard to do without a partner, but
Without a partner, yeah. All right, I got a little more of a kind of tap dancing stroll here. Ooh, yeah, maybe a cane. Can you mime the cane?
Yeah.
All right, that's a stare. You're on the clock. You passed the test there.
What do we need on
here.
this team?
You want a running back? Probably. You're at 4 running backs here.
Yeah, Bucky's good.
Gibson, Braylon.
Yeah, let's shoot for the moon with the Braylon contingent upside.
Okay.
I kind of like that on this team. We got some touches.
There we go. See, this is what you do. You draft a wide receiver in round 1, and then you take the 2 backups that go right after him in Bijan's backup, in Brees's, the ultimate game theory leverage play there.
Leverage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can hit him with the gritty, or if you're Sam, you can hit him with the Fred Astaire right there.
We should pour one out for Gritty with the Claypool news today, by the way. That's I really feel for him.
You shouldn't, because I think he spun this as bullish.
That his takes like he's on IR because that's better than them releasing him. That was the original spin, I think.
But what I love is, I think this is a Bills reporter says, or he could come back to the Bills when healthy, settlement time plus 3 weeks, and just a quote retweet. Exactly.
I love that. I really hope he's right. If Claypool comes back to the Bills after this injury and is good, that's what I'm rooting for at this point. That's going to be incredible.
Wait, these names are not real. Have you ever heard of this guy? John Samuel Shanker, a tight end. Watch this guy play ahead of Brock Bowers at some point this year.
Yeah, John Samuel Shanker. Yeah, you're gonna read Nathan Janke's week 1 snaps report. John Samuel Shanker played in more 12 personnel snaps than Brock Bowers. Oh man.
It's him and Jake Bobo, the 2 thorns at the side of our breakouts here.
God. What a name.
Okay, let's see. I think we need to spin. We have 2 more prompts here. We have a multimedia prompt that I'm hoping pops up here with one of these last 2. Yes, I think we're going to get it. This is going to require me to move fast here. This is called, if you guys actually, I will take you up on bleeding your clock for this, these next, so we can do this. So put the next 4 Patriots in reverse ADP order in the queue. Sam guesses whether close-up photos are of a player's hair or a New England wildlife. Clear the top player of the queue for each correct answer. This is Maine or Maine. So let me quickly put Patriots in reverse order. So it'd be Osborne, Bourne, May, Baker. And then let me get my multimedia going here. Here's the first one, Sam. Maine or Maine? Is this an animal or of a close up of a player's hair?
Animal.
That is correct. That is the Drake Moose there, not the Drake May. Here comes number 2, Maine or Maine?
Player's hair.
Yes, correct. That's Javon Baker right there. Congratulations. You are 2 for 2. Let's go 3. Maine or Maine?
Oh man, that could be Drake May. I think that's Drake May.
Javon.
No.
So, okay, and then we got one more here. Maine or Maine?
Oh, that's a black bear. That's a black bear.
Yeah, you got that one.
Oh,
DeVario Douglas. Shout out to the TV here. So how many you got? For each one right, clear the top player. So you got 3 right. So I get to get rid of Osborne, Bourne, Drake May, and you do get to take Javon Baker here with this selection.
That worked out pretty well.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Some of those were pretty hard, I thought.
Yeah, those were tough. What a creative! Who came up with that one? That's a creative one.
That's our production team. Shout out to Matthew and Nick and Lou who work on some of these extra prompts, and it's much appreciated. Okay, we got one more pun here. That's Perrier. Sam must name or retrieve. Sam must retrieve a sparkling water, seltzer, or other carbonated beverage before the next pick, or select Brashad Perrier. Men,
I think I got this one.
Oh man, I didn't realize when I read the first one for the names of these prompts, guys. You got me. I thought that this was literally called like a Drake Moose. Like I didn't know the puns were coming. I hadn't pulled up the full answer keys yet. And I was just like, oh, is there a variety of moose called the Drake Moose? That's weird. And then realized that we had puns going on here.
I had the same thing until I saw the second pun. I was like, oh, Drake. Of course I know that. I'm from Maine.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I know the Drake Moose. I got
a spin drift. I had one of those earlier.
Spin drift. Yeah. Tasty.
Oh,
the raspberry lime flavor. Good stuff.
Yeah. I used to be a hardo about the spin drifts. I'm like, I don't need the extra calories or whatever. And then I'm like, but man, those spin drifts are real good.
They're so good. And it's like 5 calories or something. Yeah, I'm like, I think I can afford that. If it's going to stave off like a soda or something else.
I'd say looking at this photo, I think you can afford it. All right. Final pick. You did it. You made it down here. You procured the Perrier, so you don't have to take Brashad Perrierman. Who would you like to land the plane with here? I would call it a luxury pick, Sam.
Definitely is a luxury pick.
We can scroll.
Should we do the Lions wide receiver 3-bit? Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, so
Khalif. I mean, we talked about Khalif Raymond. I still think he's the best pick of these dust balls, even though he's probably not going to be the X. Should we stack him up with Goff?
Yeah, hey, this is your team, man. I want you to stick the landing in a way that reflects your personal brand.
Yeah, I mean, Khalif Raymond, he's basically Tee Higgins, but better. He plays he plays on the Lions. We got Jared Goff. It's that's a lot.
Oh my God. Incredible stuff. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read this team off. Sam's going to give his final thoughts. And then I am going to play a little teaser trailer for our randomizer finale in a couple weeks. But here's the team, Sam: CJ Stroud and Jared Goff at quarterback. Running back, Travis Etienne, Aaron Jones, Devin Singletary, Tyler Algier, and Braylon Allen. Wide receivers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Nico Collins, Ayuk, Xavier Worthy, Cortland Sutton, Jake motherfucking Bobo, Jerry Jeudy, Javon Baker, Khalif Raymond, tight end, Travis Kelce, and Ben Sinnott. What are our thoughts here?
Yeah, I think this team really has a nice balance of different archetypes. You know, you have your year 2 breakouts like Jake Bobo. You have your steady veteran contributors like Khalif Raymond, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton. I think it's good. I think this one, we're in the contest to win. What is it, $20 here? I think this team has the upside to take this contest down.
If you win this team with a well-timed Jake Bobo spike week, we will know it's the year of Sam for sure. You mentioned the article out on ETR. You guys, of course, have ADP chasings going here for a bit. Anything else you want the people to check out?
No, nothing really. I'll give a little tease. I'm also going to be doing some work with Underdogs content team this fantasy season. So won't get into the details of that, but should be an announcement on that soon, assuming Rudman didn't fire me after that tweet. We'll see. But yeah, no, look for an announcement on that coming out in the next couple of weeks. ADP chasing, working on some research articles for Establish the Run. Hopefully I can post 1 or 2 more before the season starts, but things are getting tricky with a big move coming up. But yeah, that's all I got, Pete. And we got Rotopat coming on ADP chasing on Monday. So that should be a really fun show. He called the Cooper Cup target cliff last year. So we'll see what big calls he has this year. Looking forward to it.
You got to show him Sam Wigglers and ask him if he's going to be the one stealing targets away from Cooper Cup this year by the end of the season. All right, Sam, do you have a couple minutes to stay for this teaser here for the finale?
I think I'm actually gonna run, Pete.
Yeah,
sorry.
No,
yeah,
you're good.
But thanks for having me. I'm gonna dip out.
We'll let you go. Peace.
All right,
see ya. All right. Yeah, so here's the deal. I think we've teased this a little bit in the Discord here, and we're finally ready to announce it. I'm going to play the teaser, and then there's a couple follow-ups here, but without further ado, this is how the Randomizer Season 5 finale is going to go. The Randomizer finale is going to look a little different because it's time for Fantasy Feud. There will be 2 teams filled with Randomizer All-Stars. There will be Team Establish the Run, squaring off against Team Ship Chasing. I'll be hosting, and our contestants, Mike Leone, John Daigle, and Evan Silva versus Davis Maddock, Pat Carrain, and Ben Gretsch. It's Fantasy Feud, August 29th, 3 p.m. Eastern. So there it is. It is the Randomizer finale. We will not be spinning a wheel. We will be playing Fantasy Feud. We have been working behind the scenes to get this prepared, a massive organizational effort. And part of that, of course, if you're familiar with Family Feud, is a survey has to go out to, they surveyed hundreds of people on questions. That survey is going to be going out tonight and tomorrow in both the Ship Chasing Discord and in the ETR Discord. And we need you guys to fill that out if you guys are in there and be part of the data collection that is going to inform pulling this show off. So a lot of people said they would never see the day when Evan Silva was returning to the Randomizer after what happened the first time he was on. So this was very fitting that we had to get him back on, but in a slightly different capacity. So Fantasy Feud, someone was just on Twitter too saying that they wanted an ETR versus Ship Chasing battle. Well, guess what? You're getting it here with the Randomizer finale. Yes, an automatic win for Ship Chasing. I will try to stay unbiased. You know, I had to recuse myself from the game, and I think I will be able to deliver, you know, fair and unbiased rulings. But yeah, very excited for that. And we do legitimately need your guys' help filling out the form. There's some fun questions on there, and we do need the responses to be good to help us actually execute the game as it is meant to be played. So if you have any questions, let us know. And next week, we are having one other regular Randomizer draft. That's going to be with Greg from the Coach Speak Index. I had him on a Best Ball After Dark earlier this offseason, and since then, he's done a bunch of other new stuff, including launching karaoke Best Ball draft. So if there's anyone, you know, well-equipped for a randomizer, I think it is Mr. Greg and the Coach Speak Index. So we'll throw some fun prompts at him, start thinking about that. Lots of stuff we can do with the Coach Speak Index, with karaoke, all of that good stuff. So yeah, fun times here. For me, tonight, we got a Ship Chasing draft at 9 p.m. over on that channel with Davis drafting a FFPC main event squad. And then I am going to be traveling for the weekend and won't see you guys until Monday on this channel for Best Ball Breakfast. So hope you guys have a great long weekend. Come hang with us tonight on Ship Chasing. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time on the Randomizer. Peace.